This is weird. Usually when I start worship, I begin with a welcome, the one that we are all so used to. I say, "Welcome to the United Church of Gainesville," where no matter who you are or where you are on your life's journey, you are welcome here. And I so wish I could welcome you here, but you're not here. And that's weird. Often when I begin worship, I also say, I invite you to leave whatever worries you might have with you behind, to leave them at the door. Fear not, they will be there for you when you exit this morning. But for now, today, leave those worries behind and take a deep breath and let it go. And I wonder, in these anxious times, can we do that today? Can we keep that ritual? Can we keep our hearts and our minds open for just this little bit of time together? I do hope so. And let's try. So I invite you to leave your worries behind, to take a deep breath, and another. And rest easy, knowing that no matter who you are or where you are always welcome here. Welcome to worship. This year, our worship theme for the season of Lent is fermentation. Our hope is that you can use this time to reflect on those places in your hearts and in your souls where you could use a little help, a little sprucing up. And our hope is that on Easter Sunday, you can emerge as a bold and a beautiful, brilliant new version of you. Our guide this year has been the hero's journey. And so over the course of these weeks, we have followed the different significant markers of that epic journey. It began with an invitation and then moved into adventure, followed by risk. Next came a time of sacrifice. And this week, we focus on learning. And so I posed the question to some of you earlier this week about what it is that you have learned during this season of Lent. And I invite you to consider that now. What have you learned in this time apart?
One thing I'm learning this season of Lent is that large sweeping actions or grand adventures are not prerequisites to bring about meaningful change in my life. Setting intentions to the day-to-day, to the routines in my life, like this morning's coffee, can be quite powerful.
Hey Andy, hi UCG, it's Taylor. I love this idea of sharing what we've learned during the Lenten journey. I set out to meditate every day during Lent and also not to check social media after like 6 p.m., basically when we start our family dinner and bedtime routine, and I have totally blown it. I guess I've been meditating every day to keep my sanity, but oh my gosh, social media, I've gotten worse. I think looking for humor, checking in with friends, seeing what's going on in the world. So I think my Lenten practice has been almost to adjust to change and to forgive myself on a daily basis with all the changes and uncertainty that have happened. So maybe that's kind of a funny answer, but that's what it's been for me. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for doing this, Andy.
The lesson I have learned this year during Lent is that I cannot plan. No matter how, I've always been a planner. I knew what I was doing in 3 months, 6 months. Now I have to take it day by day. It's been an unwelcome lesson, but it was important for me to learn this because I can't control the future.
One friend who I spoke to this week said that this time of separation has reminded her of the rationing time during the Second World War. She said that seeing these images of empty grocery store shelves reminded her of how her mother used to feel when she would go to the grocery store and wasn't always able to get all the things that she was seeking. And so I asked her, what advice do you have for us? What is the learning that we can take from this time? And she said to me, patience. Another friend told me that this time of separation and mandatory isolation has given him some deeper insight into what it actually means to be retired. So he's living into that as we speak. As we continue to consider the things that we have learned during this season of Lent, I invite you to appreciate this beautiful music provided by Mark Burlingame, written specifically for this time.